Yeah, let's start with the Django framework. So before stepping into Django framework, we'll just see the few things which are in Django, like in the programming side and the back end for any application. We have some few basics and all we'll just see, and then we'll go into the Django and what are the things we need to install for that. So generally, it's not a web application. So what it means? It is any software application which is working on the back end. So we can use any framework. For now, we are just using a Django framework. For now, just see, if you have any already developed web application, let's say you have YouTube, right? Just see that YouTube, like how it is deployed on the server, and that can be accessed from the web client. Web client here means that is a web browser. From now onwards, we just call the client means it is a browser. Just remember that client is a browser. And so from this browser sends a request. See, now if I just open any browser, if you just type YouTube. Now, before that, opening this web page, what it is doing, it is just loading, right? So for this one, what it is doing means when I just type this one, this website, when I just click on enter, it is prompting me to this YouTube, to this server. It is connecting. So that means it is sending the request. So this browser is sending this YouTube request to this YouTube server, and it is giving the response. That is called, it is going to the request and getting the response. See, the browser sends in a request to the server in which YouTube is running, and the server will run the appropriate resource to reserve your request. We are getting, that is the response we are getting. So take the response and send it back to the communication between a web client. See this one. You can see this diagram. You can understand. Yeah, this one. So here the client, here we are the client, because we are the accessing any browser, we are the clients, and here it is connected to the internet. Then so when I clicked on enter, that is YouTube, it is going to the server, YouTube server, that is called HTTP request or URL. So you can see, so this is the URL. I'll explain you what is this URL also. For now, once it is targeted to the server, okay, we got the request something and we need to give some response. So it is giving the some response, that is HTML, it could be anything. It be just like a response. So I've been coming back to the internet again to your client. Take the response and send it back to a communication between a web client and the web server happens using the HTTP protocol. This one. That is the HTTP. What it is HTTP means? It is hypertext transfer protocol. If you are sending anything to a server, we have to follow some rules. That rule is called HTTP. Through HTTP only, we can send any request to the any server. And sometimes the response also will become in the HTTP response only. And it is a set of rules that make it easy to, or rules that the web client and web server should follow. So this is about how the small application, when you just try to access any web application, these are the things which happens. Now let's see what things are there on the server side. Now we have seen that. See this one, this diagram only. Here you can see, right, this is the client side. Client side means there is a front end we can see, right? And is what happening in the server side. That is called server side programming. Now let's see, what is this one? So server side, what are the things which will happen means, first it will capture the user input. So what he entered the input. Sometimes we just try to log in, like not creating account, either it could be Gmail or it could be Instagram or like Facebook, anything. What are the things you just typing, use username, your Gmail, password, number, anything, right? That is called user input. So it will take front end, it will take the complete data and it will send it to back end. That is called server side programming. And it is communication with the database. Suppose if I just give some money, where you will keep it, your pocket or like purse or bag, anything that you're just storing. The same way in web browsers also, if you give some data, it will be stored somewhere, that we call it as database. So server side, what it will do, it will communicate with the database and it will process the data. So process means sometimes once if you created the account, if you just try to log in means it will verify that, okay, username and password, it will just verify, then only it will open the home page. That is called processing the data and produce the response page. So Once if you're just given the correct details and if you're just trying to log in means you are getting the actual login page. If you just give incorrect details means it will throw only the login page only again. That means user entered wrong details. This is called produce the response page. That means once you're giving the correct details, then only you can see the proper response page. Now handling the response page to the server. So we can handle this response page through the server side. Now let's see this diagram. Now we can understand a little bit. Okay, it's messed up a little bit. Okay. See right. Okay, let's see. So this is the funds. So this completely on backend side, this one till here is the browser. This is the front end where we user can access the website. So once user send the request, it will come to web server. Right inside the web server, what it is happening means see here. This second point, it is going to web application. So what is that web application? That is the URL. That is youtube.com. There it will go to the database. If you are trying to fetch something, suppose if I just click on this any video, what it will just go to database here. From this database, just capture that video and just display as just play. So this is the third point. Then it will go back to again to the web server. That is from the database, it is collect the data and coming back to our backend side, that is server side. Then it sends to the HTTP response to the browser. So when you click on this one, these are the things which are happening in the backend side. This is the complete thing which is happening on the backend side. That is called server-side programming. So this server-side programming, we have multiple languages, guys. Either we can use Java, Python, .NET, PHP, Ruby, some other languages are there. For each language, we have different frameworks. For Java, we have Spring and Hibernate is there. For Python, we have Django, Flask, Fast API. These are different frameworks are there. And for .NET, we have ASP and Ruby, we have Rails and different program and different frameworks are there. And now in this course, we are going to learn Python Django framework for that. Now let's see what is the first of all web framework, then we'll go with that. So web framework means now that you have mastered all the web applications, right? Like we have know how to access this web application, how it works. We have seen that some basics, right? And also that server-side program is in lecturer. So what you will learn that Django is why we should use that. Now see, Django is a web application development framework. Using Django, we can develop a complete web application by doing all the server-side programming and logics. We run our application on a Django server. Now let's see. So that application development is super quick. So when you're using this Django, we can develop any application super quick. Why? Because all types of different features, it is included in this Django itself. You don't need to start with the starting beginning itself. You don't need to do anything from the scratch itself. So once we have the requirements, that is we have installed Django and we got some identity like IDEs, everything it is set. So we can use inbuilt things that can be already used for to comes fully loaded with this Django. Just to see this theory, then later we'll go with that. So we can use Django ORM. We can use this content administrator RSS feed. All those features are there in Django already. Suppose just go this image here. When I just click send the request, it is going to database, right? Here, this database, we can use different data types like database we have. One is MySQL, or else like Postgres, SQLite 3 and MongoDB. The different databases are there. And one more thing, this Django directly works with database, but you don't need to write any queries. Simply, we can just use ORM, that is object relational mapping concept. We can simply use this one. We can just directly call the methods. We directly work with the database. We'll just learn that also. So, and one more option is security wise. Security wise, the Django is very powerful, guys. We can work with this. And authentication authorization means that is access. So login and logout, sign out, anything. This is called authentication authorization. So these are the things which we can with the Django. This is about complete web framework. And one more last thing about Django is Django uses the MVT architecture design pattern where M stands for model. So model means suppose you're working the database, right? So the complete information about database present inside this model. So all types of data, it's like any database related things will be present in this model and views. So now when I just clicked on this YouTube, just go to click on anything, guys. I'm not sure like which when I need to click. I just clicked on this one. You can see this one. You can see that this YouTube. After that, we are getting some more thing, right? This one is called this all types of URLs we can manage in this one. In this views, views is related to completely URLs, and this template means see now how the website is looks like when I just see this video and this here some suggestions and shorts, right? These complete things we can handle in this template. Here we can provide our HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything in this template format. Now, Django uses M stands for model, view stands for view, and T stands for template. So earlier days, it was some other languages. If you go with Java or like some other Ruby and .NET, they will follow model view controller. But we in this Django, we use for model view templates. So no matter how many Django applications you create, you will be organized your code across these three components only. So we don't have any other things. So to control your complete your application. So this about just normal Django application not Django, it's just like a small web framework. Now let's see like what are the things we need to install if you want to work with the Django, and how to start with the Django, like these things. Now let's see about software installation. So first thing is we have to install this Django application. It is simply like library only, but it is just like a framework also. And after that, we need to install the some earlier till now we have seen Notepad, Node++, right? From now onwards, we use Visual Studio or it's like Atom, or we have different IDEs to work with. So we use Visual Studio and install like after that, we will see that how to work with the Visual Studio and what type of extensions we have to use. And we'll see how to install this database, that MySQL Workbench, and how to launch that. We'll just see, as well as how to configure that also. And the last thing it is MySQL client. Yes, guys, remember we discussed about MySQL connector in Python. We have just discussed to connect the database, right? So instead of that, we'll just use MySQL client also. Okay, this one is later. For now, just see software installation, how we can do that. Now just close this one. Okay. Okay, here only we'll just start. So I'm just going to create one folder. Python Django. So from now onwards, when you're going to install anything, just create virtual environment first. Is the good practice. Okay. Just remember like how to create a virtual environment. Go environment. Okay, we'll just create this one. So it is created automatically. So let's see. It takes bit time, guys. That's the problem. Yeah, okay. Now everything is done. Now just go to and activate the virtual environment. Before installing any Django things, just try to activate this virtual environment. Now cd Django /cd scripts. Now activate this. Now this virtual environment is activated. See this path, how you can see this one is how it looks and this one how it looks. Now we are stepping into the virtual environment. Now clear this one. Now from now onwards, we'll just see how we can install. Let me increase the screen. Okay. Now what is the first step? We need to install this pip install Django. So before that, let me go to this website. PYPI, guys remember with Macintosh, yeah. Here itself we can see the complete information about Django. Django is a high-level Python web framework that encourages rapid development and clean programmatic design. Thanks for checking it out. So it is just like it encourages rapid development. That means we can develop anything so fast and quick. So this is how we can install this. People install Django. Okay, let's see. I think this is a new thing, guys. We're getting earlier. We were getting this one in inside itself. Okay. So apart from Django, we are getting different things. See, TG, Jata, typing extension, SQL parse, and ASCII, GRF. Everything we are getting. These are the dependencies we call it. Okay, everything is fine. It seems. Okay, requirement already satisfied. Everything is fine. Okay. This is the problem. It will take some time. Okay, before that, let's installing. Let's try to install Visual Studio. So Notepad is enough, but instead of Notepad, the Visual Studio is awesome because in complete almost all companies are using this Visual Studio only. Now let's try to install this one. Just go to Visual Studio Code, download. This one. This is the main. This one. What is that? Website, guys. Here you can see different ways we can use this different Mac. This is the Linux and this is the Windows. Just click on this one. So it start downloading. It is just like once it is downloaded, just double click on it. It will start installing. That's it. So it will detect the all default values only. You don't need to specify anything. Just simply double click on it. Once it is finished, just close it. And I hope it is installed successfully. Okay, fine. Now you can see successfully installed Django. Now if you just use pip list. So now in this virtual environment, what are the packages we have? It will show up that. So here we have Django. This is the latest version, 4.2.20. Sorry. Yeah. And now once the Visual Studio is downloaded and installed, now just type Visual Studio. This is how it will looks. Before that, let me close everything if anything. I can close this one. Okay. No. I just want to open Visual Studio. One more thing. Yeah, for you, it looks like this. When you open like this, once you install and open, it's like this. Now, just go to yeah. Before that, try to install some extensions. Why, miss? Because the Visual Studio need to check out the syntax here, there itself. So for that, we need to install some extensions. Let's see. Guys, remember about some Chrome extensions like ad blocker, anything. Suppose if you just use ad blocker extension, it will stop the ads in the YouTube or anywhere, right? In the same way, in Visual Studio, we have called extensions. That is, we can use it is just like how we can say suggestions for programming, how we can rest it, right? We have different extensions we have, that is Python. We can just use this one. So I think it is already installed. So you can just use this one, Python debugger. That means we can debug the code where we have syntax errors. If you are getting any issues with that, just install this because it is already installed. That's why it is showing like this for me. Now, apart from that, Django, sorry. This one, it is already installed by me. This Django, you see this name, this one. Oh, sorry guys. Just install this extension also. And one more thing, this one guys, Django template also. These three extensions just install in your Visual Studio. So this point, Visual Studio, Python extension, Django extensions. Now let's see about how to install this workbench. Now install MySQL. Sorry. So now this one, this way, first one, download a MySQL installer. See here, guys. Here you can use a previous version or like the latest version. So it's better to work with always new versions. I think this version I'm seeing almost from 6 years, guys. The same version I'm just seeing this one. So now you can just use, so this one, if you just download and install this one, this browser will works on the browser. If you have internet connection, then it will work. Otherwise, if you just use this one, is download all the files, then you don't need to internet connection. So just click on that. So it might be some asking some, okay, no thanks, just download my download, just click on that. So it is started downloading. So what you see it is downloaded, then just double click on it. So there we need to do few things. I think in my laptop it is already there. Okay, let's see. We'll just try to install again. Okay. So mine is done. Now just double click on it. So here we need to do three things, guys. See, once it is download and install and one config. This is the most important, the configuration. How are you going to set up the username and password, everything? It takes a bit time. That's the problem. It's fine. Is removing the old versions of this application. Okay, that's fine. So we have to bear with that. We don't have other options. Okay. Because it is already installed in my laptop, right? So it is removing the previous one and it is the new version. Okay, because it is already installed my laptop, right? This asks me to upgrade. Okay, I'll just use. For you, it won't show this pop-up. Okay. And today it will be completely little theory and related things like this. From tomorrow onwards, it completely will go with the Django. Okay, let's start to install this MySQL client also before that. Until it take time, we'll just try to install this one also. So we'll just use pip install on MySQL client. Why? Because we need to connect this Python like the database with through Python also. We can use this package. Just use this pip install MySQL client. Yeah, now see. Okay, anyway, this one is installed successfully. Okay, this is fine. Now see this one. Coming back. Next, and see here. Here we can see MySQL server, MySQL workbench, MySQL. So these three will be there. Always products will be there. Next, click on that. Next, okay, why it is not coming up? Okay, now just click on this MySQL workbench. So these are the changes which will come next. So ready to upgrade, ready to go. Okay, fine, execute. For me, it is showing like it is upgrade. For you, it will be install. So what is the main difference between workbench and this one means like if you want to work with the MySQL database and to run the any SQL language, we can use this workbench. This server and shell is like connecting to the any like through programming way. So this one is manual way and these are like through programmatic way we can connect. Can't see anything. Okay, and here also it is done MySQL client. So we have done everything. So Django is done, Visual Studio is done, MySQL client is done, download installation. Now configuration is pending. Okay. I thought like to create this one as a PPT, but somehow, but I need to explain. So that's why I'm just showing up here itself. Hmm. Yeah, the time this container. So before it completing, so do you have any questions in the Python till now? Like what are the things which we discussed? So any questions or any doubts in complete Python so far? What are the things which we discussed? Is clear everything. So now you guys are practicing right easily. And today, like on that day, I given some links, right? Lead code, like where you can practice that, right? You can just see that websites also. There you can find the programs, and you can just practice that also. And sometimes they will give you some challenges also. If you win that, they will give you prizes as well. You can see that websites where you can see like HackerRate and HackerRank at those websites. I got only one time in DBS in 2019. DBS company is there. There is a bank, but they have some company also. So they conducted this hacker rank, the challenge. So in that they given some link for exam. So we attempted that. So we got passed. So for people from staying in Bangalore, right, they called to Hyderabad. They only booked everything, hotels, flights, everything. So these are things which you will get. Some other company. So once there come like I was just like starting itself in the Python, but they given that this one the data science project. So I didn't clear that one. So people, other companies from Amazon, this may comes right. They solved that and they got the job in that same. So the package was doubled. So these are the things which you can work with that. Sorry. That is completely related to data science and data analytics. So for this Django, it's just like develop like web application development. But if you just see, there is one more package called request. So once if you develop any APIs, we can test this request Python library. And we have one more thing that is called this one only, MySQL client. You can work with the only database. And this you told right, like pandas and NumPy. This is related to data science. And if you see that Scikit, TensorFlow, and some other things, this is related to completely AI and machine learning. So we have different packages for different things. And this one more thing, you need to test any application that is a testing side. We have Selenium and robot frameworks are there. And if you want to develop such type of these applications, these desktop applications, we have Tkinter and one more thing is there. I'm not sure. So Tkinter. So we can use these different libraries to develop such desktop applications itself. We'll just see all these things at the end of this course, but these are not related to in this course, right? That's why. How much time it is taking? Yeah, it's almost 10 minutes. Because here the configuration is most important. So that's why I'm just taking time. It was showing 50%. Now it is going to 10% back. Here we will do the product configuration. Once it is done, then we can do product configuration here itself. Okay. Yeah, one more thing. Okay, before that, let me explain you what this URL. Okay, just go to this URL, guys. I told about views, right? In these views, we create URLs here. So first we'll discuss about this one. Then before that, just take this one only. Sorry. Just take this. Go to any notepad. See this one. This one complete URL, guys. See this one. This is the main domain. So every company have this one complete domain will be there. It's their own name. So if you just go to YouTube, you can see youtube.com, right? This is called domain, complete domain. And these are the APIs, we call it. So in these different URLs, we can keep different files. So we are going to create these things in views only. And few domains have this one also, www dot. This one is just like by default, it will come for few websites, like on few websites, it will like we have to enter. And these things we learn in the views concept only. So this one is like query parameter, we call it. How much time it will take? ఈరోజంతా తీసుకుని ఎలా ఉంది ఇది? Okay, until it starts. Okay, let's go with the Django, guys, until it take time, I guess. Why to simply waste our time? Okay. Now go to the next slide, what it is. So now let's see create any project. But before creating any project, now let's see any website. Guys, just see. Okay, just go here. This is in this Visual Studio. This is just assume this is the project, right? Now we just see when you just click on docs, we are getting the complete relation docs information, updates, blog, APIs. These are the different apps. Now this Visual Studio is completely one website. This is one project, but you can see the docs, these updates, blogs, API. These are the different apps. In one application, we have different apps will be there. This is called microservices. Now these are recent upgrade version. Every company is accepting what? These are the microservices. Each app is a one microservice. Now let's see how we can create one complete Django project. Okay, in this session from now, so we'll create a library or is like student information. You just tell me like what type of project you will create. Either it could be a student or like library or it's like anything. Which project you're comfortable? Okay. 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 I will go with my employee only, then fine. So in my companies, they will let me to tell my profile will be there, my compensation, that is the package, everything, and what type of projects we have, and what types of learnings, and what type of certifications this there. You will just see all 5 types of everything. Will just create that. Okay. Now just clear this screen. It may take some. Okay, it is done. Okay, let's see. Now just click on next. See here, now it is ready to configure. Okay. Skip tables check process not recommended. Okay, that's fine. Okay, start linking update is may take long time. Update start link. Okay, execute. Okay, it's taking some time. Okay, let's see. Okay, now come to your actual virtual environment. Now let's see. Here we have to start with the Django admin, guys. Every website we have admin access will be there. Apart from the normal access, suppose if you just log into Insta account or like Gmail account or Facebook, any account, you have your user account. But before that, their actual access will be there. That is the root account, or it's like admin account. That is only that guy, the Mark Zuckerberg, right? He have that root account, so he can access, like he can see all the users data also. That is called admin account. So to start with the Django project, we have to use command called Django. Guys, this is the command we have to just simply to create a project. It's a Django admin and start project. So here we can give the project name after that. So employee project. Okay, I'm just giving like this. So it takes time and to create the complete project. Okay, it is finished. Now we need to configuration complete. Okay, next. Finish. Okay, everything is fine, right? Okay. Now what's the problem with this? Okay, remove config. Okay. Now when I just click on reconfigure, just see this one. Next, don't change anything as here. Just leave it like everything. Next, you just use strong password authentication for recommended. So now just click on that option only. Now here, just type some password, any password. So for here, I'm just saving it. To remember easily, I'm just saving one password. Check, and you just click on, okay, it is not current root password. Okay, what is happening? Please remember to show this password in a secure place. Okay, fine. To current my root password. Okay. Okay, fine. Because it is asking my previous, because it is already installed, right? It is asking me in my previous account. Okay, that's fine. Here it will show you for you the new root account. Next, okay, here it is just like install. Okay, everything is fine. Here it is standard system account only. Okay. Next, execute. It is taking time, and now let's see. See, it is created. So Django admin start project, and a project name is employee project. Command error. Something is messed up. It is already exist. Okay, let's try to create one more. Employee info project. Okay, let's try to. Okay, it is not there. Okay, now it is created successfully. Now just go to that folder. Okay, it is not there. The project is done. I think one sec, guys. Where did I created this one? Inside the scripts. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, here we need to create that. Okay. Okay, this project is fine. See, now you can see this one because that was created here. Okay, both are created here. Okay, let me remove these both. I don't want. Okay, fine, successfully removed. Okay, now we created the project. So when I just created the project, see, it has created one folder, right? See, inside of that, okay, let's directly see here. See, we can see Django environment, that is this one. Okay, this is Django, right? Okay, let's find. And this is employee info. Again, employee info, we have different files are there. One is this the init, this is the one empty file. And this is the ASJ. This WSJ and ASJ, these are related to server side, guys. So we can use this one for productions purpose only, or else like dev purpose we can use. And settings and URLs. Then let's see what are these things. Now just open this. Okay, now go back to your file extensions. Now just close. This is our folder, right? Now open folder. Now come to your, see where you have saved. So just select that folder, that complete project. Now just select folder. Now you can see the complete. Yes, I trust the authors because if it is who created, it is just ask me the prompt password. Okay, now you can see. Just like empty file. Why? Because this folder, now it is acting like as a package. So that's why you have this empty file. Now ASGI, these are completely related to complete server side. This we'll discuss later. The ASGI and WSGI and settings, this one see. Now I told guys, remember now this Visual Studio is website is completely called one project, right? Inside you can see docs, updates, blog, API. These are just like apps, right? Same way in my employee info, like what are the apps like complete employee information, like package information, or else like leave information, or learnings, or certification, anything. We can just keep the complete information in this installed apps. This one installed apps in this settings.py. And this middleware, suppose now no one wants to hack your application, we have to give security right to your application. This complete security information will give in this middleware. Here we're going to give. And this I told like how we work, like we just render your HTML page like CSS JavaScript in complete HTML files. So that when we'll keep it in this templates page. Just remember model view templates, these are the ones templates. This complete all our information will keep it this in templates. Yeah, here in this directories you can see right here we will just give all our templates. And this URLs, see this is the main admin URL. Why means this one you can see here, you can see this is the main our domain, right? Any company's website domain, this will be there. After that you can see this blogs. This here we, instead of we have admin slash. I'll show you that after that how we can see this one. Okay, this is fine, finish. Okay, let me close that and open again. Okay, it was showing again the same thing. Okay, once if you open this one, it was like this. Now just click on this one. So now it is prompting me. So here you can just show it is just like a basic normal one only, root. Just click on this one, root, and just enter the password here. You can just store directly in Vault, or you can just type. And you need to check the connection. Just click on this one. Once if you enter the username and password, just click on this test connection. If it is connection is successful, then so it is successfully made the MySQL connection. That is fine. Okay, now okay. We're not giving anything, so it is already there, right? So I'm just closing this one because this one already is there. So how it will open up. So this one is already created, right? That's why it is not showing up. For you, it will be empty. Empty MySQL will be there. This is how we can install complete MySQL. Today, just try to install all this. If you are facing any issues, just take a screenshot of it, just send it to me. Now we have done with the installation, right? I think MySQL client, Visual Studio, Workbench, everything is done. Now we're just creating the creating Django project. Create a folder anywhere and open command prompt on that folder. So we just open that. So we created the one project. So run the below command. So this is the command, guys. If you want to start or create any project with Django, we have to use the same command. Django -admin and start project. This project, this is the plugin, guys. Start project is a plugin to help you to create a new project. Now just here you can give any name. Simply again in employee info. So just verify after that if it is created. Now just verifying these files. So what are the files we have? So we have this a project name along this manage this file. So this one which will help you to run the complete Python software like files. This will only without this, if you just remove anything, don't touch anything here. This manage file, just leave it like this. So here you can see, right? So suppose I was telling you something else. Yeah, this one blocks and this other things, right? You can see 2025 slash this is the date and this one complete URL, right? So we'll just all type of URLs in this URLs page, guys. Now just simply run before the see. Now we can just simply run the project. Now we have verified all the files. What the files we have? Just simply verified. Now run this command python manage.py.run server. Okay, before that, I need to activate the virtual environment here because Visual Studio I didn't activate it, or else we have command prompt here itself. Okay, just run this one. So in Python Django, where we are, employee info. Okay. Now just run that Python manage.py run server. See, watching for file changes for the state loader, everything it so by default it will give one IP address, that is your local host. Okay, it has system check, no issues. Okay, it is not giving anything. Okay, let's try that here itself. Just going back to that cd. Wait. Sorry. UPL. Oh, that's fine. I think maybe మనము ఇది కూడా యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ కాకపోయినా ఒకసారి టెర్మినల్స్లో కూడా పవర్ షెల్ టెర్మినల్స్ కూడా యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. దట్స్ ఫైన్. ఓకే. Now go back to cd. I'm not sure like why it is not running or is like throwing error. Now activate your virtual environment, dir of there. Okay, cd Django, cd scripts activate. It is activated. Now clear the screen. Now come back cd/cd dot. Now cd employee. Okay, cls. Now just type this python manage.py and now what is that? Run server. No issues. Okay. What's problem with this? Python manage.py. We're in this same folder only, right? Okay, fine. Then why it is not running up? One sec, guys. Let me ask this ChatGPT. Sorry. So this is the advantage with the AI right now. Your jobs won't go anywhere. Okay, let's try. Okay, this server is not showing up. Fan of Sarah make sure they correctly set up in our files. Let me know if you have anything. Once a project is successfully installed, everything is done. Then why it is like no identified issues? Need to type Python 3, like not much required. Okay, it's not Python 3, just Python only. Fine. Then why? Okay, let's see. It is not giving the run project. Okay, let's see. Now let's see. We'll create the apps, then we'll start. So now we have seen how to create the project. Now let's see how to create the apps inside a project. You might have different apps will be there, right? Now run this below command to create a new app. So now to work with the any apps, we have to use this dot like manage.py file only. To run the server or else like just to create any things. So I've just closed that one. I just simply open this one here itself. Now just python manage.py and start app. This is the one command, guys. Start app is just to create. Now here you can just create, that is my employee info. This is my app. See here it is created, this file. So inside of that you can see different files will be there. And now let's see migrations here. What is migration means? This one. So now what are the columns and like database tables, every complete information will be stored in this migration, guys, in this folder. Employee information. If you create any app, you can see all these files. And I'll just hide this one. See migrations. Everything related complete database will be stored in this migration. And in this one, this is just like a normal package file. Now you can see admin. Everything you can see this admin file. We can just learn this later. For now, and just the apps. Now this we have app file will be there. Now we'll discuss this later. Models. Now here database complete details, right? Suppose in this one here you can see example only. I'm just telling. Here we create the table, right? Complete employee table information. This one, right? Complete employee information. These things will be stored in these models. So we have to declare this one. And test means suppose once you are done with your scripting, now we need to test. So we can use this test to py file and views. So where we can give the complete API details. So in this API, in this views, we can create. And apart from that, in this employee info, here you can see URLs, right? So we can create one more URLs here. We just see that how we can do. Before that, now simply created one app, right? Now go to settings, close everything. Now just see settings. Now I just created one app, but that is app name is app info, right? Now go to your installed apps here. And that what is the file name? Employee info. Just give the app name what you just created. You guys remember now you know why we learned list. See, we are giving the complete in apps in the list format. So now just simply give install apps and go to URLs in this one. Come here, just give path. We'll discuss this later, everything. So hello. So from where we'll just create views here. Okay. Now come here in this views. I'm just going to create one small hello message in the website. Here I need to show some small hello website here in this page. Awaken means here I'm just going to create one more thing, guys. And one more thing, guys. In these views, we have two types of views are there. One is functional based, one is class based. For now, we'll just create only function based. How we can create? Before creating any function base, we have to import one important that is HTTP response. Because once we send the request, we need to get the response, right? Here we need to import that. So from Django dot HTTP. This is the complete library or package. From here, you need to import that is HTTP response. This one. This is the advantage when you're working with this Visual Studio. Here itself, you can get the uh, so now here I'm just going to create one function, guys. My hello function. So this function will take one parameter, guys. That is called request. So here I'm just return that. So what are the things you are getting, right? You just return the response. So just HTTP response. So inside of that, here I'm just giving one small HTTP command, not hit command, HTTP tags. Just slash p. We'll just use. Okay, now my function is there. Now we need to import this one to URLs here. Now from what is that? emp info dot views. Import. What is the function name? Hey, import this one. Now come here, just type my hello function. This one. That's it. Now run the script. I hope it works now. Again, mess up something or like we're given everything fine. We have given app and we're giving the app here also. Okay, everything is fine. Then why? 1 second, guys. Okay, check allowed host in settings by. What guys, getting bored or like something else? What? Okay guys, let's see like why I'm not sure. Like when you just run this command, it will give you one empty message, like not empty message, like it will give some message along with this, along with this server. It will give some information, but I'm not sure. Like today morning also tried, it was working, but somehow it is not working now. I'm not sure. Let's check with this again. Anyways, today the time is also gone, right? Okay. Just try to install all these things, guys. What are the things which we discussed, right? Just try to install all this. Then we'll from tomorrow onwards, just will go into the complete project. And if you have any issues with this MySQL like configuration, just take the screenshot and send it to me. And I'll check that why it is not throwing error also, and it is not giving running also. Need to check this. Say first time and it's showing different message. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, then we'll catch up tomorrow and let's see tomorrow things. Okay, but today we'll just close the call and we'll catch up tomorrow. Yeah, bye.